anywhere that you are. So it doesn't matter if you're facing this direction, that direction, whatever it is, just take it 90 degrees. It's going to be right above your head. No protractor needed. Thank you. And sorry about, that circle that we just drew there is that local space horizon, the azimuth. And in general, with our human eyesight, it's usually about 3 miles. And on a non-clear day, it's even less than that, of course. Now, if there was a skyscraper, and that skyscraper is outside of that local space, we would never be able to see the tip of it, just because it wouldn't go, it would be around the bend of the earth, essentially, from our point of view. If we moved higher up to where the birdie is, we could see it. How many of you have, well, you could try this. You could kind of, if you're watching the sunset, you could kind of squat down and then squat up, and you could still see the sunset again. Or if you're really athletic, you can run up a hill. And the horizon is very intangible. So if you do find it, it's like finding the end of a rainbow. And if you do find it, you're sharing that pot of gold with me, like it or not. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. And local space astrology, again, it is you-centered astrology. If we did lay that local space chart on top of our head, we would know exactly what is, what emanates from us and in what direction. So maybe if you want to think more Uranian thoughts, so here we go, a disruption, walking out, and that's my Uranus line. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
And she didn't even know it. She just kept walking.
And it is, well, I think that's it in a nutshell. I mean, we could just kind of, just try practicing it that way. Compass astrology. It's local space astrology with using the compass. And we always reckon north. It uses the azimuth. I already explained what the azimuth was. It's the visible horizon that you could see around you. Now, if you live in an area where, say that there's some cliffs or some mountains around you, well, that horizon is going to be maybe zigzaggy like the mountains. The horizon is where you no longer see the planets in the sky. It just, it gets obstructed that way. So it doesn't go by a sea level altitude, it goes by a visible altitude. Directions are essential. Why? Because our primary direction, we have what comes over in the easterly horizon. That's the future. That is what is coming to you. We reckon north with using astromapping because that's what the astronomers do, and they decided to use that just to add another layer of confusion for us astrologers and the flip and flop and everything. But it goes in the easterly direction. So what's really important are the cardinal directions especially. Or maybe one of the spots on the cardinal direction that might have a prominent planet in your chart. But if we're not looking at the planets and we're just looking at the directions, especially when we're doing the transits, when we see planets that are at the 90 degree point, 180, 270, and 0 or 360, those are very, very potent points where you could see celestial bodies and take note of it. And you might wonder, what about north or south? I mean, that's not a, planets don't rise there. But what about the stars in the sky? What about if, as you're looking in the east direction, all of a sudden there's a plane that's coming in the north area? Well, you add that to your delineation, the omen of it.
Okay.
Tamara's going to talk about finding